Okay, man, just a minute. Start. Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear me?
ఛానల్ అది
Yes, sir.
ఇయ్యాలనే చూసిన నేను.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can hear
Okay,
you.
okay, okay. So
Yes,
we've
sir.
received quite a lot of photos yesterday. I think around 250 photos in total. So we'll do one thing. We'll go through only some of them. We wouldn't have time to go through all of them. We'll go through some of the images and we'll see and we'll discuss why we think it's interesting. And maybe in some images we can also discuss what could have been better to make it even better. Okay. If you guys are okay with it, just type in yes and we'll start.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you guys see the image?
Yep.
Okay, let's
Yes,
start
sir.
with this. Yeah, yeah. So Sriharsha Adavi says that's my pick. Yeah. So let's talk about the rules that Sriharsha has used here to compose. What is it? Why do you think the image is interesting? What is interesting in it? Let's talk about it. Type in your responses in the chat and we'll discuss. Layers. Yeah, that is very right. That's correct. We can see some foreground. We have a road in the midground. Then we have mountains in the background. Correct. Layers. Layers is one thing. Aerial view. Yes. Yeah. Aerial view. What else? What else? Okay, guys. This is the email address. If you still want to send in, just send. Yeah. Manish says layers of lighting. Yes, that's correct. That's one of the things that makes it interesting. The sunlight, right? How it's falling on the mountains. How the foreground is darker and the background is brighter. Shades of light, yes. Yeah. And do you guys think that this image, if it was done differently, could have been slightly better? Do you guys think or feel that it could have been even more interesting if something small had taken place here? Regarding composition or elements or the angle, anything that you guys think, what do you think can be added here to make it more interesting? Avoiding rocks at the bottom. Yeah, okay, maybe that can definitely be one. Wider angle, yeah, that can also definitely be it. Center the mountains, maybe fisheye effect. Yeah, that can also be it. Do you think something interesting could have happened in the midground on the road, just to add a little bit more to it?
Maybe a long exposure photograph.
Long exposure, yeah, definitely. That also. Someone said white cars, yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's quite some responses. It's really good how you guys are interpreting. Let's move on to the next image. Okay, now let's talk about this. What is the what do you think is the composition rules that this image has? Same shade throughout layers. Yeah. What else? Why do you think, if you think it's interesting, why do you think it's interesting? Trees covered with snow. Okay. Background is catchy. Yeah. Water ripples. Yes. It's fog, I guess. No, it's snow. Yeah, it's fog. It's not snow. Yeah. Harsha says the boat in between made this photo interesting. Yes. Fog all around. Vignette. Boat also attracts attention as single subject. Yes, that's true. Yeah, the fading away from trees. Fading away of trees. Yeah, it's correct. Do you guys think that this image could have, if something slightly was changed, do you guys think it would have been better? Also, you guys didn't tell me about composition rules. If you think he has used, what do you think it is? How was it composed? Let's talk about the composition. Trees are dark in color and boat is white, so it looks sketchy. Yeah, that's correct. Layers, yeah, definitely. Negative space is used, yeah. If the camera, the height of the camera, if the angle of the camera, if it was slightly lower, was slightly closer to the water, do you guys think that would have been even more interesting? Yeah, correct. So if the camera was closer to the water would have been in the foreground, right? And again, we'd have some layers and depth to it. No, actually, because water doesn't look too good. Yeah, yeah. But if let's say if the water was good, then maybe if we were closer to the water, it would have made. This is a great photo, but it would have also been another way to look at it. Another good photo. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say about this image? What do you feel about it? Yeah. Can you guys see this image now? Yeah. What do you guys think about this? Let's get more responses this time. Brightness should be more IG. Okay. Foreground is a bit blurred. Okay. Focus is missing. Idea frame is nice. Shadows of color. It's not clear. Someone says, "Oh my God, it's me." What do you think of the composition of this image? Okay, let's talk about the frame. Do you guys think it's an interesting frame? What if there was no fence in the foreground? What if it was just a cow? Which image do you think would have been more interesting? Just the cow or with the fence through the fence? Of course, through the fence, right? It adds a little bit more to the subject. Yeah, yeah. So basically, it's any taking any photograph. It's just about how ways to make the same thing look more interesting. We could have done the same thing without the fence also, but just adding the small element to it, it adds in a lot more, right? So that's the whole point of it. And emotionally, what does this make you feel anything? Like the fence, through the fence when you're looking at it, does it make you feel what impression does it give you? Yeah, cage. Someone said cage. Yeah, yeah. So it's just adding another meaning, right? Now it's not just an image of a cow, but there's a fence in the foreground, and it changes the whole meaning of it, right? Like the cow is caged, or whatever it is. Open interpretation. Yeah, it's a good photo. Let's talk about this. Someone said symmetry. Yeah. Whose picture is this?
It's mine.
Could you just tell me your name?
My name is Anthony.
Anthony. Okay. It's a great photo.
I took it with a Nokia. It's not a professional camera, it's a Nokia. I don't know how I got it like this.
Okay. You know what I like about this? Firstly the reflection, of course, but there's also a blue light in the background if you see, and also the top of the image. Yeah, that blue light. So usually blue and orange are like complementary colors, right? So when you add some blue and then orange, it automatically has some contrast, like a color contrast. So here you can clearly see it. You can see the orange and then that blue part, just giving it a break, right? Which is giving the warm tones a cool break. So this is color contrast. If it was just white, it would have been different, but since it's blue, it adds a lot more to it. Also, guys, like whoever image it is, from the next time onwards, you can unmute your mic and ask questions or discuss. Let's read the comments. Reflection, yeah. Reflection makes it so cool. Yes. Leading lines. Yeah, leading lines. Level. Yeah. So you guys have talked about leading lines as well, right? So in this, if you apply that the idea of leading lines here, do you think there is something which is lead? Do you think these lines are leading to something here? But they're not, right? At the end of the line, there is nothing. Correct? But at the end of the, if it was same frame and if the at the end of the line, if there was something else, it could add a lot more, right? I mean, this is a great image, but if it was the other way, also it could have been another interesting image. Yeah. Okay. Coming to the next one. Whose image is this? You can just unmute your mic and speak if you want to. Yeah. Why do you guys think? Do you guys think it's interesting? If yes, then why do you think it's interesting? Let's talk about all the elements. The elements of color, elements of composition, color contrast, tonal contrast, anything. Yeah. And if anybody wants to unmute their mic and ask some questions, you're free to do it. Someone says contrast, color, yeah. Colors, black and white, grayscale, yeah. Reflection, yes. Grayscale and reflection, yes. The tree, yeah. Reflection, hills, ponds, trees, yeah. No leaves on the tree makes it cool here in black and white. Yeah, that's true. And what composition? What's the composition rule that the photographer has used here? Rule of thirds, yeah. Someone says subject not in center. Okay, what if the same image? What if the tree was in the center? Do you think it would have been more interesting, or do you think this is more interesting? How is it right now? Yeah, this is better, right? Yeah, of course. Exactly. This is more interesting. And that is, yeah, correct. Correct. So according to rule of thirds, all of us know that visually also this is more interesting. Even if we don't go by the rule thirds. If the tree was in the center, it would have been a very different image. Wouldn't be as pleasing as it is right now, right? Yeah. And do you guys have something to say about the light here? What do you think the weather's like? Do you think it's sunny or is it cloudy? Was it a cloudy day? Was it a sunny day? Cloudy. Yeah, correct. Cloudy, yes. Mist and foggy like cloudy. Yeah. And what do you think if the tree had leaves on it? How different would it be? How different would it make you feel? And what does it make you feel now? Yeah. So there is a emotionally also there is a sense of contrast here, right? The tree, although it's in like in the water, it still has no leaves to it. It's very looks still it's still dry, though it's in the water. So in a way, if you look at it, there's also an emotional contrast here. You can say, yeah, without leaves, it's more appealing. Yeah, definitely. Anything else you guys have to say about this, or should we move on to the next image? Somebody has to if somebody wants to unmute their mics and say something, you are free to do it. Okay. Okay, let's talk about this. What are some interesting elements in this image? Low angle, yeah. Water, yes. Puddle. Exactly, that's sunlight, right? The light in the back, the sunlight, the backlight. Yeah, bright ending. Yes. How do you think this image could have been even better? Do you think something is off with the way it's composed or the way it's taken? What do you think could have been better here? Yeah. Sriharsha says it should have been center. Do you guys agree if the sunlight was in the center, this would have been interesting, right? Bhavna says if reflection includes, it would have been better. Yeah. Animesh says if the water have led to end. Yeah. Then in the foreground, more focus on reflection, small plants will led to. If it was a plantation where trees are in a straight line, it would have been beautiful. Yeah, that's true. The camera was turned clockwise a little. Yeah, the rotation is slightly off, right? The angle slightly off. Satvika says maybe reducing clutter makes it more beautiful. Yeah, maybe here if the foreground was avoided and I mean the muddy part, the muddy foreground, if that was avoided, and if we had just the water, like the puddle as the foreground, and then you'd have reflections of all the trees, and also you would have gotten reflection of the sunlight also, like the backlight. Even that would have been in the puddle if the angle was slightly from your right. What do you guys think about this? About the composition and about the. Let's talk about the color also here. The greens and the reds give out a very good contrast, right? The brake lights. Red and black is amazing combo. Yes. Yeah. What are some interesting elements in this image? Let's talk about those. What is what is what is an atmospheric element here that is adding to the image? What is the atmospheric element here that's adding? Yeah, someone already said wet road. Yeah, correct. Rain, water on the road makes it more interesting. Yeah, correct, correct. So because of the rain, we have a lot of texture on the road, and there's more reflections on the road as well because of the rain. Like if you see the how the road is curved and how the whole texture of the road is. What you guys thought about texture? How important texture is in a photograph? Texture, patterns. It is important, right? The texture. And that's exactly what we can see here. If there was no water, there was no rain on the road wouldn't even have that texture. It would have been pretty dry and there would be no reflection. But now every little light reflects on the road and that makes it overall more interesting.
Excuse me.
Yeah, please go on.
I have a doubt. In we can see red lights in the trees also. How is this possible?
Where can you see the trees? In the reflection, you're saying?
In the left, there are trees.
Hmm.
So I think, yeah, there is reflection of car lights, red lights,
Yeah.
between those trees. Means there is no road.
Mm-hmm.
So how we can see red lights
Oh,
there?
left side. You're talking about left side.
Those are the
Yeah.
road markings, right?
Oh, who took this image? Who took the photo? It's best if he tells what that red light on the left is. Someone says radium plate reflections.
No, but
Excuse me.
Okay.
Those are light reflectors kept on the side of the road.
I think the photo is taken inside the car, so
Yeah,
light
exactly.
is
So
not
yeah,
hitting
so I think there's a window in between.
yeah.
I think that is the case. But yeah, the one who has taken the photo must tell us about this. Whose photo is this? Whose image is this?
I think he's not online.
Okay, no problem.
On those light reflectors you find on the side of the road,
Oh yeah, I just zoomed in the image. Yeah, that's correct. It is just like you said, just a reflector. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Just try zooming in the image and you'll observe it. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, also if you guys are zooming in, just notice how even the front lamps are reflecting there. The car coming towards the camera. The headlights, the whole orange and red and green. I think if this photo, if it was printed on a big, printed into a big size photo, it look really. I mean, there's a lot of small detail in this image, which like on our phone screens or laptop screens might not look the best. But when you print it, I think this will be a great image. Although I feel that a lot of the sky is, I felt that the top part of it can be cropped a little bit, but still. Anybody else has anything to say about this? Okay, let's come to this. First, let's talk about how this image makes you feel, and then let's come to the technical part of it. If you guys want to unmute and talk, it's actually better if you unmute and talk than typing in messages. Aerial view, decrease in height. Neha says that's her image. Neha, would you mind unmuting yourself and talking about the image? And why did you compose it this way?
Yes, sir. I found it when I went out today.
You're not very audible. You're
Hello?
just be louder. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I got the shot when I was out near the village. So there was down some crops and farmers
Mm.
were working. So I took a shot cutting the crops and only just visible of coconut trees. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did you think? Like, how does the image make you feel when you look at it?
Peaceful, sir.
Yeah.
Some peaceful.
Correct. So in this image, there's a lot of negative space, right? I think here the beauty of the image is the negative space. And how the subjects, which are the coconut, the palm trees, they're like very small in frame. But when you compare it with the huge, vast sky, it just makes it peaceful and a pleasant image, right? And also how the birds in the sky
Yes,
and all
sir.
of that.
I have sent other pic of down with crops and farmers. Too.
Sorry.
I have sent one more picture with down view, somewhat low view with farmers and crops.
Okay. I don't. I have to find it. I have to find. Oh yeah, I found it.
Mm.
Okay, wait. Let me display that now. This right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Guys, what do you think about it now? Which one did you like better? Looks like a lot of them like this one better. Yeah, even I think I like, compared to that, I think like when I look at both the images, I think I like this one better. It's interesting, right? Like small human elements and then the palm trees and then the vast sky and the birds roaming in the sky. It just has more elements. This image has more elements to it than the previous one. Of course, the previous one was also good, was great, but I think this has a more interesting element to it. That was more peaceful, calmful to look at. This one has more things to observe. And I think also the negative space here, like the vast sky that you used in the composition, I think that adds a lot to the image. It shows how small everything else is when you look at life, as a bigger picture. You look at just the whole environment and the planet.
Yes, sir.
Anything else anybody has to say about this image?
Sir,
Okay,
this
let's
is
come to
also
this. Also yours?
yes, sir.
Okay. So why do you have to cut off the other tree on the left?
Sir, for the man, I wanted to cut a tree.
Okay. What do you think if you panned little bit more to the left, had both the trees and also the man? What do you think?
I thought of keeping man in the middle, so I have to cut that, sir.
Okay, so here in this, it's a great image, but what is happening is this other tree, it's quite a bit of a distraction.
Mm.
So when I look at the photo, my eyes don't directly go to the man. Surprisingly, it's going to the left tree first,
Okay.
then like also the center tree and the left tree.
Okay, sir.
So if you maybe took a slightly wider image, or maybe just avoided and like slightly wider image and composed both trees together, and then the man, or like if you would have avoided it, it would have been much more better, is what I feel.
Okay, sir.
And why did you choose to have these in black and white? Any reason for it, or does it like were you like because it looks better you just did it?
I like black and white, sir, so I chose it.
Okay, okay, looks great, looks great. I like it.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody knows what this technique is called?
Long exposure.
Yeah, correct. So, can you explain? Can you tell the others what you think long exposure is?
Shatter shot.
Hmm?
Basically, you're making the camera take pictures for like a longer duration of time.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys learned about shutter speed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So shutter speed is the amount of time the shutter takes to open and close,
Yeah.
right? If the shutter is 1/100th of a second, it opens for 1/100th of a second. So what happens in long exposure is you reduce the shutter speed. You make it, let's say, like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. So the shutter is open for 15 seconds. So 15 seconds, that light is passing through the shutter. And in those 15 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever your shutter speed is, you can, uh, draw these light paintings, if you can call it. And you can do it with any like a flashlight or a phone flash, just any light, any small light that you have. Someone asks how to take it on phone. Whose image is this, by the way? Okay, I think he's not here. But anyway, so on the phone also, like I think a lot of these new phones they have, you can adjust shutter manually. I think there is like another mode for it, like a manual mode or a pro mode. Is what pro mode, yeah, is what they call it. So you can adjust your shutter speed there. Just make your shutter speed 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever suits you in that environment, and then try it. But one must is the camera needs to be stable. It needs to be kept somewhere very stable. It can't be moving. Yeah, someone messaged saying tripod is must. Yeah, that's correct. Like it has to be really stable. So just if you don't have a tripod, just put it like use some just put it on some whatever's some table or car or whatever's available there. Just just hold it still. Just anything to hold it still. Work. Anybody has any doubts about long exposure photography? You can unmute yourself and ask. Okay, there's
Please
another.
explain it again.
Sorry,
Please explain it again.
I can't hear you properly. Not audible.
Explain it again, please.
Oh, explain it again.
Uh,
Okay, so you learned about shutter speed, right?
yes, sir.
Okay, so what is shutter speed? Tell me.
Time to which the
Ah.
shutter closes and opens.
Yeah, correct. So the amount of time that shutter takes to open and close, that is shutter speed basically. Okay.
Yes, yes,
So when you increase the shutter speed to 5 seconds, 6 seconds, whatever it is, so the shutter is open for 5 seconds, right?
yes, sir.
So in those 5 seconds, if you take any sort of light, like a flashlight or a torchlight, anything, and in those 5 seconds, if you draw in front of the camera,
Yes, sir.
since it is open, it will register the whole movement of the light. The whole movement of the light is registered on the sensor
Yes, sir. Got it.
because sensor is exposed to the light for like those 5 6 seconds. So whatever you do, the sensor captures all the movement of the light.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, so that is the basic concept of it. Just try it yourself. Like I think most phones also have this manual mode now, right? The pro mode. Just set your shutter to 10 15 seconds, whatever it is, and just try it. It's fairly simple. You'll understand it once you do it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Any more doubts about this? There is one more interesting image here. Long exposure only. Can you guys see it? Can I know whose image this is? Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. So even this person is not in the
No.
not in the chat. Okay. So same
sir.
thing.
It's me.
Even it's you.
Yes, sir.
Oh hi. Firstly, great image. Can
Yeah,
you
thanks.
tell us? Can you tell us how did you achieve this?
Yeah, sir. It's on Diwali, sir. Diwali night, there's some boys who took the crackers and they are playing, so I took it on promote.
Okay. So you are not audible. Can you repeat it again?
Yeah, sir. Some child are playing with the crackers, sir. They are making turns, sir. So I took it on promote, sir.
Okay. Promote. So how many seconds is your shutter?
Yeah, it's for 8 seconds, sir, and ISO 100.
ISO 108 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So did you try? Did you try different settings? Like, did you try on a different ISO?
Yeah, sir.
And why did you pick this at the end?
So it's beautiful, sir, and I think it must be right. So I kept this.
Yeah. So the exposure of the brightness of the light, the exposure of your light source, it looks perfect in these settings.
Yes, sir.
If the ISO was more and like there would be more detail in the shadows as well. and it will be slightly distracting. I think this is really good. Your exposure right now, I think it's really good.
Thank you.
Someone says it's giving the idea of black hole. Yeah, it's very similar, right? The recent image of the black hole that all of us have seen. Anything else you guys have to say about this? Any doubts about this long exposure photography or anything like that? Naveen says, my picture was a curvy road during the rain with red lights. Okay. Oh, there's one more long exposure here. Wow. Interesting one.
Yeah, sir. It's me, sir.
Okay, tell us how you did this. Very interesting.
Yeah, sir. My brother took the light hander when I kept still. He drawn, sir.
Okay, okay. With a phone torch?
Yeah, sir. Small light.
Okay, okay, nice. It's nice how we managed to draw like exactly the outline of. Interesting. Anybody has any doubts about this? You can ask him. And what was your shutter speed here?
32 seconds, sir.
32 seconds.
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
So if you see there are some double lines, sir. So for that, it took 32 seconds.
Okay, okay. But here your camera was not stable, right?
Yes,
It was
sir.
not kept.
I'm not using the tripod.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, still very interesting. Good job.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Let me know what you guys think about this image. How does it make you feel? What rules of composition do you think are applied here? What do you think is the subject here? Someone said motion blur. Yes. Does everybody know what motion blur is? Someone says nice scenery, fisheye would be best. Never ending road. Okay, this is also Naveen's picture. Naveen, do you mind unmuting your mic?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, I'm Naveen.
Naveen, hi. By the way,
Hi,
good,
hi.
good image.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want to, you know what motion blur is, right?
Yeah. So
Do you
in
want to
this picture, I was.
tell your batchmates what motion blur is?
Yeah, so it's basically when there is one point in focus and the sides or any part of the image is moving. So at this point, I was in the car while shooting. So due to which I got the blur on the sides.
Right. So, so this question is to everybody. Why do you think motion blur happens? Like, what factor of the camera, what setting of the camera, like those three, like shutter, ISO, aperture, what do you think affects motion blur? What do you think affects motion blur?
Shutter speed.
Right, shutter. Do you think the shutter must
Relatively
be
slower shutter
high
speed.
or low? If the shutter should be slow or fast
Slow.
to achieve motion blur? Slow, correct.
Slow.
So slower the shutter, more you'll have motion blur when you move. Correct. What do you Okay, what are some scenarios where where you need very high shutter speed? What are some scenarios?
Sports photography.
Yeah, sports photography, yes.
Fast moving objects are present.
Yeah, whenever there's like a lot of motion, it'd be sports,
Yeah.
adventure photography. Yeah, fast moving sub. Yeah,
Capture
correct.
minute moments.
Sorry,
To capture minute moments.
minute moments. Yeah, correct. Right. Do you guys think slow shutter can be creatively used for landscapes? If so, where do you think it can be used? Slow shutter.
So for movement of water.
Correct. Moment of water, right? Has anybody tried this? Has anybody tried shooting a waterfall with a slow shutter?
So I have sent one picture with
Oh, you
that.
have? Let me just check.
Yeah.
Is it this?
No, no.
It's not this. Is this right?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. So do you guys see the movement of the water? Why do you think it's so like it feels smooth and silky like cloud like, right? That is because of the slow shutter speed. Just observe this image and I'll show you another waterfall image. Notice the difference of the water there and here. Now see this image. See the water here. It's sharp and it's a different texture to the water, right? That's because of a normal like a fast shutter speed. But just if you want to add something creative to your image, you can next time you can maybe try this. Any other scenarios where you can use where you can use slow shutter?
During nighttime photography. With
Yeah,
star trails.
yeah, star trails, very interesting. Yeah. So, like you mentioned, for star trails and astrophotography, long exposure is it's a great way to do it. Especially if you're in like the mountains and if you want to capture the Milky Way and stuff, stars and the Milky Way galaxy, you can just set your shutter to like 30 seconds or bulb mode, whatever it is, and then try it this time. But why do you? Okay, quick question. Why do you think we cannot shoot stars here in the city? Like even if we do, like why can't we? Why don't we get the star? Why don't we get to see those stars and galaxies like we see in the mountains? Light pollution. Yeah, it's correct. It's very right. So when the shutter is open for 30 seconds or even longer, our street lights and stuff, because the sensor is so sensitive to light at that point, even that light gets captured. And when this light gets captured, yeah, correct. Pollution, light pollution, all these things. That's right. So when you're on a higher altitude where there's no light pollution, that's when the sensor detects the light from the stars. It's easier to see for the camera. Whose image is this? Whose photo is this? Okay, looks like he's not in the chat. Can you guys see?
Yep.
Sir, that's nice.
Okay. So what do you guys think this is interesting? Why do you think it's interesting? If yes.
There are two people walking in the opposite direction.
Yeah. And the whole rain element to it, right?
Yep.
I think if it was slightly more wider, it would have been much more interesting if you had the buildings on the opposite side. If I got to see how they look like, I think it would have been a much better picture. Still, I still like it though.
I cropped it.
You cropped it.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I think you should have let it be, because from what I can see here, the houses on the opposite side, they have a great character. They have great textures to it.
Yes.
So I think it would have been really good.
Sir, actually, my photo that the reflection is mine, sir. I was late to class.
I can't hear you very like not very audible.
Fourth picture has so you showed me, sir.
Ah,
Tree with reflection.
yeah.
That's mine, sir. I was late, so I.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Do you guys notice anything different about this? Why do you think it looks different? Do you think that something is really different about the image? Greenish light, no? Anything else? Also, who took the photo? Who took this photo?
I took the picture.
Okay. Don't tell them anything yet.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys notice that makes it look very different? Do you think if you just if you just took your camera out and shot the image, do you think the lighting would look like that? Why do you think there's so much light in the background as well? Okay, let me read the comments. Brightness is set on low, street adjusted ISO, moon and star. No. Nobody is quite there yet. But you want to explain what you did here, bro?
This is actually a night mode shot.
Yeah, so again, what is night mode? It is the shutter open for a long time, right?
Yep.
So like let's say 3 to 5 seconds.
Around 5 to 7 seconds, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so that is again long exposure photography, isn't it?
Yep.
Right. So that is why you have so much light in the foreground and in the background also. Like it's well balanced. So basically, what the camera does, what the what the phone camera does in the night mode is, it basically makes a long exposure. It also takes a normal exposure and it merges both of them so that wherever there's too much light, it doesn't blow out, and also wherever there is very less light, so it doesn't go into darkness. It'll take two or three images, one long, one normal, and it'll merge them and make it into a single photo. And that is what has happened here. If it was not long exposure, there wouldn't be so much light in the mountains in the background. Any doubts anybody has? Are you guys following what I'm saying? If you have any doubts, please ask. Okay, let's look at a couple more images and then we'll go into Q&A. What makes this image interesting? What do you guys think? Symmetry? Do you see symmetry? I don't see symmetry.
That's a picture taken by me again.
Oh, okay. Not a picture by you. Pattern, structure, repetition, symmetry. Yes, correct. All these things add up. Yeah. So, like in these discussions, are you guys understanding like what I mean by interesting? When I say interesting, I'm talking about the pattern, the light, the elements, the subjects, and the interaction of different elements or subjects in the frame. Like you can just take a picture of a flower, but it looks good. Of course, it's a flower, so it looks good, right? But is it interesting? Is what I'm asking. It's a beautiful flower. You have a good phone. You have a good camera. You just click it. It'll of course look beautiful. But what you're doing, how interesting you're making it look, is what I'm really looking at here. Let's discuss one last photo and then we'll move into Q&A. Do you guys know what a silhouette is?
AJ bro, when does the application start for the photography club?
Photography club?
Is there?
No, I'm not sure about it. I don't know. I mean,
Fine. Yeah.
yeah, okay. Do you guys know what a silhouette is?
Outline of a figure.
Hmm?
An outline of a figure.
Outline of a figure, yeah, that's one way to say it. Basically, a silhouette is when your background is more, where your background has more light than your foreground, your subject. For example, just look at the photo that I'm presenting right now. There's light in the sky, right? But there's no light on the trees, which makes it look like you said, an outline. Not exactly that, but you know what I'm trying to say. Basically, it's when your background is more exposed than your subject or your foreground or your midground. That is a silhouette. So yeah, in this image you can see how the photographer has used that technique. He exposed for the sky, and then we have a whole lot of pattern and structure going on. Okay, I'll just type it in. Someone's asking me what is the word. I'm just typing it in the chat. Just Google it whenever you're free after the session. No, silhouette. It's Silhouette. I just put it in the chat. Just Google it, and you'll find images. Yeah, let's. Shashank says, "Bro, I just mailed you one pic. I have to open the email address and everything now. I think. Okay, let me just check that one picture, and then we'll close. Okay." I've got quite some new images here. Sorry guys, you should have sent me yesterday itself. Okay, let's look at this one last image. So what do you guys think? The whole the pattern that's going on in the foreground, and then the angle, right? It's an interesting angle. Yeah. Frame amazing, yeah. So I hope you guys are understanding what I mean when I say interesting. Like, I'm really looking at the elements that are going into the image. If it was just a photo of the tower, like there's hundreds of images on the internet of just the tower. But how you're making the same subject, how you're giving a new angle or a new dimension to the same subject, or giving it a new meaning through how you're framing it and how you're composing it is really what makes a photograph interesting. So yeah, let's close with that. If you guys have any questions, please unmute your mic and ask me. We have 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes left. We can do some Q&A. If you guys have any doubts from day one to today, if you have anything to ask or any advice or anything of that sort, unmute your mic and just let me know. Or just type in the chat box, the message comment box. Shashank says, can I share the screen to show that image? Yeah, Shashank, go ahead. Share your screen and show me. Nasir, you also, after Shashank, you show me your image. Share. Share your screen and show us. Sai Karthik, yeah, you can also share one. After Nasir, you can share your screen. Shashank. Okay, Nasir, do you want to show your screen now?
Sir, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Sir, is it visible now?
Yeah. Okay, is it that birthday image?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, nice. I mean, it's a good, like, it's a good memory sort of an image. Who's going next? Ajinkya says, "Can I show one too?" Yeah, you can. We have 10 more minutes, so go ahead. Sri Harsha says, "Can I show next?" Yeah, you can. Okay, can you guys see this image Ajinkya is showing us right now? You see the reflection that's going on the left side and the whole water which is leading us to look at the sun. It's damn interesting, right? Yeah. Anything else you guys have to say about this? I think if you had avoided so much of the right side, I think if you avoided so much grass on the right, I think it would have been much better. I thought you could pan your camera to the left and have more of the water and the sun and have less of the grass on the right because there's no visual elements to it on the right? Everything's going on the left side. So I think you should have panned a little bit more to the left. Someone asked how this bubble effect came. It's not a bubble effect, it's basically a lens flare. So when any light hits the lens directly from the opposite side, you get this sort of a flare. It's called lens flare. I'll just type it in the comments, in the chat. Yeah, please. Who's next?
Share.
Is my screen visible, brother?
Is my screen visible?
It says Sri Sai Harsha is presenting.
Yeah, this. How could I
I'll
make
go
the
next
picture
one.
better?
Okay. Let's go one by one. Okay. Let me just go to the chat. Nasir, I think it's Nasir's turn now.
I told for him, but yeah, okay, fine. I'll wait. No problem.
Yeah, Nasir, since you asked before previously. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yes, brother. Can you just ask him to remove his screen sharing?
Yeah, she did.
All right, I'm sure now.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I'm doing.
Oh, the color is so beautiful, right? I think if you would have gone closer to the water, it would have also been a nice, interesting image. Where is this shot? Where do you shoot this?
It's in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Okay. Nice.
And this one.
Okay. Although I think you should, like, if you would have composed it better, it would have been really good. It looks like you just shot it in a hurry.
Okay.
Is what I observe you. If you would have composed it well.
Yes. It was on a boat and he was just moving, so I just click it.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like that. Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
Me, brother.
And this one is.
And please limit yourself to only one picture, or just one picture per person, because we have only like 7 minutes left.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Brother, okay. Can you just see this of the sun? Is it visible?
Yeah, it is the light breaking through the clouds, right?
Yes.
Again, I observe that a lot of your images are like tilted to the left or right. Try like. You know what I'm saying? It's like always tilted. So like try getting like a decent frame with, a good composition and stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
So let's go to Sai Karthik now.
Yes, brother. Am I visible?
Yeah, you are. Nasir, please turn your mic off.
Okay. Is the image visible?
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. So this is an example of a silhouette, guys. This is what a silhouette is. You see how the sky has, sky is brighter than the subject, right? So, like our main subject in the foreground. So he almost looks like an outline or like a shadow. So yeah, basically that's the idea of a silhouette. I think this is a good one. But why did you like tilt your camera like that? Is it intentional or did it just happen?
I intentionally did it actually. Like.
Okay. So I think if you would have composed this slightly better, it would have like been really good, I guess.
I mean,
because here.
I took it straight like this and then tilted like this.
Okay, if you would have taken it in landscape orientation, I think it would have been nice because the sky is really beautiful, right? So if you could get more of the sky, it would have been nice.
I actually decreased the aperture here. I mean, like f by 100 or something, I guess.
F100?
I mean, like f by 100. I don't remember actually, but the down
aperture is only till 22. Oh, okay. So I think you cut down the shutter speed or something. Okay, so guys, this is an example of a silhouette. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I did it to cut down the light. The light was more actually while I was taking that photo.
Okay, so you underexposed it and shot. You reduced the exposure. Okay.
Can I show now?
Yeah. Who's next? Bhavna. Yes, Sri Harsha.
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah.
Just a minute. Yeah, you can see the picture. Hello.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. So what could I have made better in this?
Okay, so let's talk about how you composed it. Okay, you see how the right side of the frame, it's very empty.
Okay.
There's no balance in the image, right? There's a lot of elements on the left. but on the right it's pretty empty. Like there's a lot of weight on one side. So I think if you would have balanced it well, you could just do it. You could just pan your camera to the left, and you would have had a much better frame. Actually, even if you just cropped the right side of it now, do this thing. Do this thing. Try cropping it later. Just crop the
Okay.
right side, crop the empty space, and use the same dimensions and crop it into a much tighter picture. You'll see how automatically it looks much better. It looks balanced. Right now it's very imbalanced because of
Yeah. I
the
get what you're
radiation.
saying. Yeah. What
Yeah.
about this one last picture? What about this?
Yeah. See here, there is a balance. There's a balance of elements. So if the same thing was applied there, it would have been really nice. So try doing it. Just try cropping the image. You'll find
Right.
the difference. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I share one image?
Yes. 1 second. Is Ajinkya's turn over?
Can I share mine?
Who's no? I think it's Ajinkya's turn now.
Bhavna.
Okay. Yeah. Bhavna
Can I
Kalivemulam.
share mine?
Yeah, you can. Bhavna.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is mine.
Okay. What are your subjects in this photo?
Sky. I mean, cool evening.
Okay. No, like, do you have a primary subject? Like, this is what?
No.
No, right? So that is what is missing here. Like, when I look at the photo, I don't know what to look at. Or I don't know how to start, like where to start looking. Because if you see the pillars,
Yeah.
the composition of the pillars is also slightly imbalanced.
Okay.
And the way the tree is on the right side is also slightly imbalanced. So I really don't know. Like my eyes are confused which side to look at first, what to look at first, what to observe, right?
Okay.
So that I think that is what is going on in this image. So do one thing, take the same image next time. Try it from a different angle, try different angles, understand what your subjects are, and make sure that the viewer's eyes go to those subjects.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I share next?
1 second. Next is Siddhi Manjari.
Yeah, Manjari, myself. Okay, I'm sharing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think somebody else can go because I'm having a problem.
Okay.
I'll share next.
Mahavir Navlaka.
Yeah, I'm sure. One second, yeah. Yeah, just
Guys, quickly, we're running out of time.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it is.
Hello. Yeah.
So, did you try going around the tree and finding out different angles?
No, actually, it was a road, and this tree was just in front of me. I can't go around it.
You could go to the left, like you could go to the left side of the tree and still shoot it, right? Because here, what I'm seeing is, again, the way it's composed, right? There's a lot of weight on the left, and there's not much weight on the right, is what I feel. Like visual weight. Like there's too many elements. There's a lot of elements, like really good elements, like the whole, like the structure of the tree and all that. I think this image would have been really nice if there was a balance to it. If there was a visual balance to it, is what I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So who was next?
Can I share next?
1 second. Let me just check.
Yep.
I can't figure out. Just check the chat and tell me who's next. No? Yeah, Kumar Aryan is next. Kumar Aryan, are you there? Okay. Tejaswo Tiwari.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just one image, everybody.
So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can. Okay.
Just
Okay.
one, and then the other one is this.
Okay. Go back to the previous one.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is the shot?
So I shot it at a temple. It's called Pashupati Nath. It's in Kathmandu.
Okay. I felt that. Oh, it's in Kathmandu.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I felt that it could have been composed much better. I felt that you could, like, this image is not really isolating the bird, right? Nor it is including others. It's somewhere stuck in between. It's not including other elements. At the same time, it's not isolating the bird.
Okay.
So I felt that maybe if you could have include other elements, or at least isolate. When I say isolate, it doesn't mean that remove all the other elements. When I say isolate, it means that compose it in a way which will lead me to look at the bird only, like the bird first. Compose it in a way which will lead my eyes to the bird first. Here it's like, the whole angle of the camera and a lot of these things going on. Everything's like half, right?
Yeah.
So so it feels like a very congested, image visually. So yeah, next time compose properly, and then
Okay.
yeah. Who's next?
Can I go next?
Anthony. Yeah, Anthony is next.
Yep.
Hey, I think we've already seen your images, right?
I just want to show one more, just one last picture.
Okay.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it is. Okay, what is the bottom blue thing at the bottom of the frame?
I've taken this from a boat.
Okay.
So the bottom blue part is the small portion of the boat.
You could either like show more of the boat or like don't show the boat at all. When you show me like little bit of it, it gets kind of distracting.
Yep.
It's a nice place. There's no going wrong in this image, right? Because the place is already so beautiful. But I feel that if there were more interesting elements going on in the frame, I thought it would have been much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Hello, can I share mine?
Yeah, who's next? Anthony.
I think I am the next one.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Just a
second. I just want to know what I could do different of these pictures. It's 1 second.
Next is Sriharsha Adavi, and then after Sriharsha is Lakshmi Amruta.
Are you able to see the picture?
Yeah. I really like how the whole blue of the sky and how the blue is reflecting in the water. Also,
is it like I should have cropped the image a bit, like so it looked more like this? Or
no, I think it
is
looks.
that there? Should I have?
No, it looks good both ways. When you print it, like when you make it a bigger image, I think I think this is a good composition. You don't have to crop it, is what I think.
and just 2 more images, if that's okay. What about this one?
I think if you would have gone to the center of the road, you're not in the center, is what I think. You're shooting from one
So I
corner
should
of
have
the
just got
road.
the left side of the road, not both sides.
Yeah. So I think if you would have gone to the center, then it would have been much more interesting. Also, guys, just limit yourself to one image only.
That's the last one. This is just
I like
focusing on the
I like the colors going on here. I like how the brown in the foreground and the background and the green, blues, yellows. It's an interesting distinct colors going on in this image. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Next is Sri Harsha Adavi.
Can I share? That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see?
No, we can't see yet. Now we can. Yeah.
What could I have done better in this?
Is there a man there? Just zoom in for me, no?
Yeah. This one, right?
So, like, since you have humans, since you have some people in the foreground, I mean, in the as your subject, one of your subjects. I think if you caught them doing something interesting, I think it would have been better. But also from this angle, there's just a lot of elements going on here and there.
Okay.
So my eye doesn't really go anywhere because if you see the size of the tree is same as the size of the tower, like proportions wise, dimensions wise, or the angle wise, or lighting wise, nothing. It just looks, all the elements look the same. So I don't know where to look at.
Okay, nothing stands out.
Nothing stands out. Correct.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you could find better angles of the same.
Yeah. What about this?
Guys, please, just one photo. Just limit yourself to one.
Right. Yeah. I'm done.
Okay. Lakshmi Amrita can go next. Okay, looks like Lakshmi is not here. Panatala Kumar Raja Sainath. Okay, Tejaswa Tiwari can go next. Sorry, Pranava. Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. After Pranava, we'll go to
Lakshmi
Ritik.
is presenting.
Yeah, after Pranava, we'll go to Lakshmi. Then we'll go to. Wait, who's
Lakshmi is
presenting now?
already
Okay, Lakshmi is presenting. Okay.
I'll go next after.
Okay. What do you guys think about this? Why do you think this is interesting? Or why do you think it looks good? What are the visual elements that make it look good?
It's the lower angle of the building.
Correct. It's the angle. It's the perspective from which the building is shown. Also, it's the proportions of the building and the texture that is going on the walls, and those windows on the buildings. The whole, like, the texture, the pattern, and the angle, and just the size of the whole building. Right? It looks immense. It looks full. I think it's a great image. Although I feel that you could have explored a little bit more angles wise, but still it's a great image. Yeah.
I will be going next if anyone doesn't mind.
Yeah. Pranava now.
Is this visible?
Yeah, it is. 1 second. After Pranava, we'll go to Ritik, then Vishnupriya, and then we'll close. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Could I have done anything better with this?
What do you think? What do you think could have been like now that you've listened to? I mean, after spending time in this workshop, what do you think could have been better, according to you?
I think I could have highlighted the hill a bit more.
And how could you do it?
Change the ISO, but I don't know how.
No, composition was. I think it's a good composition. I like it. Although I felt that you could have gone slightly wider. I think you could have included some element. I think the element was getting cut off on the left side. I think you could have included that as well. Shouldn't. But yeah, overall it's a decent composition. But although I feel that if you really wanted to show the mountain as such, you could have gone much closer to the mountain. I'm sure you would have found better frames than this. You know, this feels like you're just going on the road and you liked it, so you just shot it.
Yeah, I actually shot it a while back as well, but that did not come as good as this. That happened other trees when I took it from the back. And when I go front, the clouds weren't as visible as this.
Okay. Ritik?
Yeah, I would like to share.
Ritik and then Vishnu and then we'll close, yeah?
Is my screen visible?
No. Rifat Kumar.
Sir, after Ritik, I'll.
Yeah, Ritik.
My screen isn't
Ritik's
visible.
turn now. Yeah, Ritik, you can present now.
Yeah, is my screen visible now?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is my picture.
Okay, is it this?
Yeah, that's it.
I felt that you could have explored more. You could have explored more angles here in this location. Because here I really can't understand like what your subject is. I don't know where to look at. Right? Same thing. I don't know where my eyes are going. So I think you could find better angles and better compositions since the place looks very good.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot to explore. Trust me. So next time when you go there, try exploring other angles also.
Sure.
Okay. Vishnu Priya can go next.
So is it visible?
It is. Yeah, it is visible.
This is not my pic actually. This is my friend called Nikita. She was listening from YouTube, so she was not able to share the screen, and she wants your suggestion.
Okay, is it a painting or a photo? I can't really see here.
It's a photo, sir. She made it from the artificial flower.
Okay. No, I did she like edit it to look like a painting or something like that?
No, sir, it's not a painting.
Oh, okay. Because on the small screen, I'm not able to figure out how it looks like. But yeah, I like the colors that are going on in the photo. Yeah. Anybody's going next?
So can I?
1 second. Ramakrishna Polishetty is next.
Yes, sir.
After that, Rifat, and then Kumar Raja Sainath. And then we'll close. Just one image, guys. We can close it in like 2-3 minutes, ma'am. Okay, guys. So I think we'll close it here.
Sure, sir. Just one photo.
Okay, just one, quickly.
Okay, sir. Sir, is it visible?
Yeah, it is.
Sir, here it is.
Okay, it's a nice image, but I think the foreground, the leaf in the foreground, it's a bit distracting. And I thought that you could have composed it much better than this, is what I felt.
Okay, sir.
So yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I think we'll close here. I hope everybody learned something. I hope it was a good interactive session for all of you. And yeah, I hope
Sir,
to like.
can you just look at one last photo of mine?
I'm very sorry, guys. We're out of time. We'll do it. In case if we're doing it next year, we'll do it sometime later.
Thank you so
But yeah,
much,
like
brother.
if you guys have anything to ask, or if you guys have anything to ask or tell me, you can always message me on Instagram. I'm just putting my Instagram handle in the chat.